All right, folks, good afternoon and welcome on back to close out this week here this Friday, July 8th, shortly after 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Welcome on back here for our afternoon meeting. Great to see Kathleen, Robert still here with us. Robert picking up about like 40, 50 cents just a moment ago on the SRG trade. So great for Robert. Great to see Norman as well rejoining us here, and perhaps all of us live right now, Lewis and Steve as well, or all of us on social media like too, Facebook Live or YouTube. So folks, right now markets are pushing back up quite steadily here heading into the afternoon. So, not only do we hope to see a lot more left out of that, but if not that, then hopefully we just catch one or two more big pops or squeezes here, from the gainers list. The SRG trade, obviously, we'll look to begin with in just a moment. Mara, I just have up on here for right now. I think Rich was calling it out just a little bit earlier after 2 o'clock. He just wrote in the chat board there, Mara pushing back up towards 850. So, hey, it's moving up pretty nicely with the SPY and probably have a lot that looks like this, right? So, I don't want to jump right to this just yet, but it's up big already. It's up 21.5%. So that is the type of stock that you do want to focus on. But, where the markets are moving pretty nicely here, there's going to be a lot that looks like this. So, let's just try and really cherry pick first. Then we'll kind of add stocks like Mara here at the end. But we'll start right at the top for a reason. Number one, SRG up over 81% and counting right now. I'm going to actually look to repaste and hopefully I get this right the first time, but there we go. From 11:50 this morning, I wrote in the trading room, and I said above. I knew my words there. This SRG trade was pretty far away from 1167, but there's a reason I made that post. Well, if the stars align, if is obviously the key word, but if the stars align and this looks to continue to push up heading into this afternoon, which at the time there was a lot of time left to determine that. Well, here we are now. It's already over 11. So right now, this still has a little bit of a ways to go, but I ended up plotting a key resistance this morning off of 1167. So for anyone that was looking to follow this here across this afternoon, there's a pretty good chance of that happening now. So the SRG trade I'll put back on our watch list for the afternoon. I said earlier, the stock also is pretty shortable or easy to borrow for that matter. So after the initial squeeze this morning, it ended up doing a pretty nice job pulling back. It held resistance pretty nicely off of 1075, 1080-ish, and led to a nice drop back down to big support at 10. All right, skip a couple of these because they're under $1, but the ONVO stock here, I'll just take a quick look at, up over 48% right now, making a huge run. Wow. All right, so here we go. Nice squeeze on Onvo here. Nice run from 290 up to 363. Not much of a clear resistance showing on level 3, at least looking for big iceberg orders. But if you're looking quickly at the daily or monthly chart for that matter, let's take a quick look. Looks like back from August of 19 and bottomed out at 439. Here bottomed out at 386, a little bit closer to where it's trading right now. And after that, 363. I mean, it's getting a little close there, right? I mean, you'd anticipate, if not off this exact low here, let's go from the monthly chart at 386. If not from there, then perhaps the whole number above that at 4 would be a major top to work with. So Onvo, I'll definitely put on our list here with the SRG. Looks great. ORMP, I saw make a nice run from earlier this afternoon. I saw Rich call it out and still looking to make a nice run here. So, needless to be said, I'll put this on our list too. It looks like this ended up making its first big break or test of resistance at $8. So just be wary of that. For as much as it spiked up here just before, I would consider this to be like the first true real test of resistance there. So you'd expect a false breakout. The stock also took a huge run up and dump off over the last year and a half too. So, from like 4 upwards to like 30 plus, and then all the way back down. All right, so this one looks pretty interesting here. ORMP. It's also shortable like the SRG trade if it really fails to squeeze higher. If this really drops off, you got to respect the trend off the lows most importantly first, right? So I always say that. But let's say if that trend breaks, let's say if we happen to see less buying and more support getting broken through. Well, at that point, that's where the stars could align for a potential reversal in that regard. CLVS from earlier. This one ended up making a huge run up from this morning. We'd called this one out shortly after the open. It was on our morning watch list at least. I ended up substituting this with another stock on our pre-market list early, but I put this on the main list. Nice little squeeze up afterwards. I'm sure the stock is tradable. It's more of like a level 1 or 2 type of trade, but on a Friday afternoon in the middle of the summer, there's no need to follow this right now. If this ends up making a big blast during this meeting, then hey, obviously I'll think otherwise. But right now, I mean, the Envo trade looks better, ORMP looks better, Mara might look better. We'll see. Let's see what else we got here across the gainer side here, folks. Just skimming through right now myself. So if there's anything from your end that's up or down, I haven't gone to the loser side yet, but up or down, if there's anything that looks good, if I don't check it out myself, type it in the chat board here. Let me know. The MULN trade, I'm a little wary of. This thing's a little slow, I think. Yeah, ended up already making its big move from earlier this morning, but obviously very flat right now. All right, let's hop on over to the losers list. I normally wouldn't expect to find much on that side when the markets are pushing up, right? Just checking out here at the end, here at the bottom. APPH. Oh. All right, let's hop over to the losers list here. All right, so CLDX, CDLX, my dyslexia there. Not really trading a whole lot of volume across the whole day. I mean, I guess comparative to other days, it's all right, but I guess kind of flat is where I'm trying to point at. This thing's not really doing a whole lot right now anyway. CMRX, it's like a little cheap, so I don't know how close it could be, but SIGA, this was a great short from earlier this morning, and that was to our surprise, right? I mean, this was pushing up in pre-market off of news. This just goes to show you can't buy the news and just hope for the best, right? So some news came out on SIGA with one of their drugs with getting approval in the UK. I think in London. So with that, we ended up seeing a little bit of activity in pre-market, but man, this thing got clobbered after the open, right away from 1430 all the way down. So, the stock actually still seems relatively tradable for what it's worth. But, similar to this, as I just said on CLVS before, there's not a great need here on a Friday in the middle of the summer. There's nothing crazy happening right now in the market aside from the SPY moving up. You want to find a stock that's moving in good, in good movement with the SPY. So, that's something to take note of, but otherwise this SIG is not doing it. Can't tell you why, but my tongue's been tied really since the beginning of this day, so I apologize on that. So, BBBY, Bobby J, not doing a whole lot right now. We'll pass on this. All right, folks, let me know, up or down. Let me know if there's anything else that looks good across your scanners, or if there's anything that comes across your table, let me know. Got one myself from Benzinga. I'll just check it out quickly. AVTX. Nope, that one's not looking too great at all. PHAS maybe. Yeah, this one's up 25%. It's near the highs, a lot closer to the highs compared to its open, compared to its low. So in that regard, it doesn't hurt us to put this on our main list. We only have 3 stocks so far on there. It's not like trading a lot of volume per minute right now, the PHAS, but better this compared to some of the others so far. Hopefully this gets like a nice kick in the pants, more volume coming in here. If anything, a big iceberg on the bid to create support, and then for all these orders to get broken through. But if we happen to see that, then we'll follow it. I don't mind slipping this on the back end of the list for right now. Just check out some side list stocks here at the end, like the NEOs, the airlines, the cruise lines. NEO is moving a little bit upward. Nothing too special about it right now. American Airlines moving up a little bit. Nothing too special about it right now. AMC, which had a nice move yesterday. This is looking a little bit better, a little bit closer to those highs across the intraday, right? So, right now, AMC, I don't mind slipping on our list in particular. Where's Jeffrey M for that? Where's Jeff for that? He's our AMC guy here. We got AMC on our list right now, specifically AMC. That's it. This is looking the best out of all these side list stocks. NCLH maybe, cruise line stock. Nope. Just tell. GM. Nope. GameStop. Looking a little bit better compared to the others, but still AMC specifically. All right, folks, I think that'll about wrap it up for us here. Just be on the lookout on our YouTube channel over the weekend. I'm going to post a couple of videos I made from today in regards to just the S&P as a whole, just like kind of my thoughts over the next 3 to 6 months at least, as far as like technicals and, as far as where I could see the S&P landing based off of just certain indicators I've been following. But otherwise, along with that, I have another video coming out in regards to crypto and Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano and Solana, and a couple of others actually on top. So I look forward to posting those and getting your reactions. If you have any questions on that, feel more than free to send it over to my email address, josh@ctutrading.com. I'm going to untie my tongue. But aside from that, enjoy the weekend for all of us in social media, for all of us live inside the trading room. Enjoy the weekend yourself. You'll have Rich from 3 to 4 here going into the market close. I'll catch back with everyone going into Monday of next week. And keep in mind, next week we're beginning the phase 1 stock course again. So I better make sure my tongue's untied by then. But nonetheless, we're going to begin the curriculum again just with the phase 1 stock course heading into July. We're going to talk more about volume and market and limit orders and level 2 and level 3. We'll talk more level 4, at least in the phase 2 curriculum the next week after. But I look forward to it though, folks. All right. Enjoy the weekend. Take care.
Become a Cyber Group member today. Just click the link below and receive all these amazing products and a world of knowledge for just $9. Do it today.